talk to us about life in Portugal. How's it all going for you, and how have you found it so far?
Yeah, life in Portugal is definitely different than America. The the difference in level that I've experienced as I transitioned from MLS to Primeira Liga is it's astounding. The teams here, everyone, is so much more talented, so much more driven, and it's challenging to be honest. It's just a different way of life over here. And everyone is trying to get to the next level. It's not where, some guys have this dream, some guys have this dream. Everyone is aiming for the top. So it's a lot more pressuring, uh, again, a lot of pressure. Even then we had the fans come out and because Boavista, obviously we're not doing the best right now in terms of standings. We even had fans, come and protest training and, like crazy stuff, that that you can only experience in European football. So, I'm loving the pressure, and hopefully I can find my best form, and hopefully the team can as well.
I love that what you said there, where you said that everyone's sort of trying to get to the next level. Do you feel that? I mean, we're seeing people like from the external, I don't know, like a Bruno Fernandes, for example, who went from Sporting to Man United and is just playing so well. And in the past, we saw like Alex Telles went to United as well. Do you think people sort of have this in the back of their minds a little bit as well?
Yes, I mean, even then, like you saw Trincao go from Braga to Barcelona, like anything is possible in this league. And this league is known to be a stepping stone league into the top five leagues. And even then, if you go to a top three team like Porto, Benfica, Sporting, the biggest clubs in the world, Man City, Manchester United, obviously are looking at you. And that's why this league is so competitive. It's so tight. It's so competitive. It's so unified. Everyone is so prepared to get to the next level, to get that look from a big club. That's the challenge that I'm in right now, and I'm loving every second of it. But again, like the aspect that it's possible by seeing young guys go every single week, every single window to a big club, to a top five league. It's just more motivation for the guys on the field to give even more. So, it's a good little added side pressure that all these clubs are using Portugal as almost a shopping window in the summer and the winter. You see players go to big clubs, small clubs, and top five leagues. It's a great opportunity.
Can you remember like those first sort of couple of games you had in Portugal? Were there any sort of formative experiences for you? Do you remember, I know, perhaps marking a striker or a winger who you thought, crikey, this is a little bit different?
Yes, it was definitely the first two games. Actually, the first game we played against Nacional, I got to experience the first Portuguese football true experience. And again, I remember every player on the field being incredibly talented. There wasn't one weakness or one weak player I could point out on the other team, and I think that was the difference between another difference between MLS and this league. Everyone was fast, everyone was strong, everyone was technical. There wasn't any gaping holes in quality like there was in MLS. And then we played against Porto. We got killed in the second half, playing against players like Alex Telles, all of those players, Marega, phenomenal players, Sergio Oliveira, that we finally got to experience that. And I'm actually thankful that we got killed by them, because it's just it gives me another level to aim for. Aiming for players like that, playing against players like Alex Telles and being able to succeed. That's the level I aim for. So it's been a great experience so far, but it's definitely a step up.
How do you sort of adjust to that within yourself? Is it something which you realize is happening, where suddenly you're sort of playing at this higher level, or is it something which you sort of it naturally comes to you, where you think, right, okay, I'm gonna have to be quicker in this judgment, positionally a little bit more astute here? Is it something which you yourself have to adjust to?
Yeah, this is something that comes naturally. Obviously the game has its ups and downs, like every footballer ever. But the development comes naturally. After those games, I would watch myself over and over. I would study and see, what I was missing almost, to change the game. I can't put all the blame on myself, but I can control what I can control. And seeing what little things I can improve on. My first touch always facing forward, being able to change my angles so that I can touch facing forward, being able to have a more open vision to be able to see all of my options, when to drive, when not to drive, when to play simple. All of these things are things I'm still learning, and still improving on day by day. And, I think it's, obviously when you get to a higher level, it's easier when you're surrounded by better players to learn more, to be more open, to understand the game. And I'm being taught every day. So I think it's ultimately a great opportunity for me to get to the next level.
And from a sort of a lifestyle point of view, how have you found the whole experience?
It's been amazing. The seafood here is crazy, and I love seafood. So, the beaches, everything here, the way of life is just, it's so relaxed and calm, and it's funny because it's the opposite of what is experienced on the football field. Like in Portugal, it's straight intensity. When someone scores a goal, the benches are clearing. There's fights all the time. It's intense. It's the complete opposite. So it's quite a dynamic, but the country of Portugal is very, very welcoming. People have helped me get really acclimated here. And honestly, like the European lifestyle is so fun. So many things to experience. So it's amazing.
Awesome. What have you found, say, what's been the most challenging part of it so far for you?
I would definitely say my mental state, because there's again so much pressure, and a lot of these things is being strong mentally to be able to endure and to be able to rise above all the things that are put on you as a footballer. This naturally being my first season in Europe, and going straight into the starting 11, playing every single game. It's been a rough experience, because I'm glad I'm learning, I'm glad I'm becoming a better player. But at the same time, right now my form isn't the best, and I'm always open with that. I want to be able to, like I said, I have a dream of becoming one of the best fullbacks in the world one day. That added pressure is something that kind of gets in my head sometimes, but I just have to be more confident, because I think the one thing in Europe, that a lot of players a lot of teams are looking for is confidence, because everyone is technical, everyone's strong. Obviously, there's a level of talent where you can go beyond that threshold, and then you get the looks. But the one thing I think that's missing from my game is confidence, and that's just something that comes with mental training, obviously, and putting the right things first. Experiencing this for the first time, I wanted to make the fans happy. I want to make the coach happy, and not playing for myself, playing for my family, playing for my friends, the people that are going to see me as who I truly am off the football field. I think that's the most important thing, because, you can have one day where you have a good game and the fans are praising you. Yeah, Reggie, we love you. And then the next day you're at the bottom of the table, and, the fans are invading the field telling you should go back to your country. It's just, you got to play for the right things. And that's, something I'm open with, and I'm working on. So once I get that confidence, I have no doubt that I can get to the highest level. It's just going to take a lot of finicking.
Yeah, and you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself.
Of course, that's just the way I've always been. And again, that's why in Europe, you either float or you sink. So it's a good opportunity for me to get everything right as I go forward.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.